Well, it leads me to another topic that I wanted to bring up with you. And as hairdressers, we're constantly exposing ourselves to these chemicals in hairspray, in gels, and they're airborne, they're on our skin, as you're mentioning. And after 10 years of being a stylist myself, and not really knowing about all these chemicals, as you know, I broke out in a very serious case of contact dermatitis on my hands.
And then your leg.
And then my legs. That was a real wake-up call for me. And so that's part of why World has become, one of the leading eco salons in Canada. And the product line as well, the World line, was established because I searched for a good 2 years to find something that was low in toxicity for us to be using in the salon and to recommend to clients, and there really wasn't anything out there. So have you had any issues with skin sensitivities? I think you have. We've talked about that.
I have, and to this day I still do with certain products, hairsprays especially, because we're ingesting them.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the chemicals I use when I'm creating more fantastical creations, I have to use acetone, isopropyl myrostate. I have to use 99% alcohol, and it literally eats under my fingernails. Of course I could use gloves, but why would I do that? It eats under my fingernails always, so that I end up having fingernails starting halfway down the bed. It's like literally, that's the worst of it.
Mm-hmm. No breathing issues though.
Well, yeah, I can feel it. But I'm sure I'm up to here with hairspray in my lungs. I'm sure of it. How can we not be?
I know. It's really tough.
Yeah, it is really tough.
Well, and then the challenges and preconceived ideas are that natural products are not as effective. And so that's something that the market really needs to be educated a bit more on, and one of the reasons that we kept the product line so close to home for over a decade, because we're constantly perfecting it and making it more effective. And one of the World products I know you love is a World Repair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely non-toxic, no parabens, no fragrance, no phthalates, it's gluten-free. And so there are products out there that we can actually recommend to our clients and potentially use in the salon as well to sort of create a little bit of a softer exposure level.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're 20 years before your time, but you've always been 20 years before your time. I feel like you've been leading this green movement all these years. No one was listening, really. Not very many people were listening because we weren't educated. The clients weren't educated. Nobody was educated. The information wasn't out there yet of what parabens do to you, what sulfates do to you, what phthalates do to you. Things that are in every single hair product and skin product on the market. You've come up with this line now, and you've had 20 years of perfecting it.
And testing it on our clients.
Testing on our clients, which is obviously working. A hairdresser that needs to create fantastical things and defy gravity. I feel, to use the strongest hairspray out there, probably the most toxic thing on the market. But I need that hair to stay up, defy gravity, and stay up there for 16 hours. I couldn't afford to try out more natural, softer hairsprays on that hair. And occasionally still now, I feel like I need to bring out the big guns.
Right.
But I definitely cut it back now that I use World line. But something you said to me not that long ago, I think really struck it home. Because the FDA, everybody out there, all the authorities were saying, yes, we have parabens that could be causing cancer, and phthalates and sulfates. Yes, they're probably not good, but in the tiny, minuscule amounts that they're delivered,
in each product.
Onto your skin, they're not going to make a difference. But you said to me, yes, they might be tiny, but everybody has a threshold.
That's
so
right.
over the years, you keep putting these tiny amounts of toxic chemicals onto your skin and onto your hair, and you're breathing them in. One of these days, you're going to hit the threshold, and you're going over the edge, and
That's
that
right.
edge looks like disease. And that, I think, stopped me in my tracks a little bit, and went, oh God, yeah, of course, it's just going to build up. Everyone's threshold is in a different point. And World is now, because you've had so long perfecting it, now delivering a product that actually works. It actually does what it says it's going to do. It feels great. It smells like nothing unless you want to put essential oils into it to create your own favorite smell. And then after using these products and going backwards and using these highly perfumed products that we used to, it feels wrong. You immediately feel like you want to back away from it. And so it's just our own personal use that's going to get, and education for our clients that's going to get them using it as well.
So tell us about Pink. You're the exclusive stylist for Pink. What an incredible opportunity, and you've been touring with her. She was touring last year, I believe. So do you also do personal appearances and all her magazine shoots and everything? That must be great.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. Number one, she's such a force, such an inspiration, such an incredibly talented person. So
talented.
On every level. My challenge with her hair is, while she's touring, of course, to keep the color and the cut in such a specific balance that she can manage her hair herself every night. She's hanging upside down, she's inside out. That has to work. And for every magazine, to be able to change the hair a bit. So that she's not looking the same in every picture.
Right.
And for every event and every talk show. So that was, it's always fun. Ooh, what should we do with it today? It's always short. It's a bit longer now, but it's always been short. So, there are limitations, but the
Love what
challenge
you're doing
is
with her.
to keep it changing, keep it looking flattering. And
yeah, the show that we saw last year, I could not believe how amazing she was live.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's one of the gutsier, most authentic performers out there.
What a talent.